Hey fellow explorers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 91, Scouring the Archive. So as you can see above my head, I'm just waiting the storm out. And unlike usual, I let, and everyone in chat already knows this, but oh, there we go, storm is waning. I started streaming and I basically sat here during the pre-stream and waited for the storm because I wasn't really going to do anything in the storm. So instead of wasting your guys' time, 10 minutes sitting here twiddling my thumbs with the storm, I decided to let the storm lapse before I started streaming. What's the archive like during the storm? Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. So in-game it is noon, meaning that the sunlight will disperse these enemies once the storm is fully over, which is good. That way we can get back inside. In terms of my inventory, let's put the armor back on before I forget. And then waiting for everything to disperse and then we'll venture in. What does it take to make a bucket for the trip home? It would take a saw. I am not going to be making a saw. So yeah. Okay. Well, that was interesting. So, one thing I failed to mention is last stream, I went into the archive, and all I managed to do while I was down there... Oh, man, is there stuff down here that didn't despawn? Well, I guess we'll see. All I managed to do when I was in the archive is we searched the guard house. So I'm headed back into the archive. You guys dead? Oh, nice. They, like, fell to death. So these were some of the storm attackers that, that got kaplunked. Whoa! Can I get on that? Yeah, there we go. Oh! Oh my god. What happened to him? He, like, his corpse exploded. I didn't do that. Well, that sketches me out more than anything else. There was a nightmare drifter down here. That's super sketchy. Glad it's dead. Now, I'm probably deep enough into the archive that, like, things that spawned during the storm aren't down here with me now. My sanity is pretty low? Yes, it is. It's at 50%. I might need to spend some time just hanging out on the surface. But I figured I would do that if I got, like, injured down here. So we have the Bell Workshop in here. And we'll count this as, like, floor 0, if you will. We've got the library in here. A staircase that goes down. And then I believe the only other facility on this level is the guard room. Yeah, so we've already gone through the guard room. And the other doors to the other two rooms are locked. So the only way forward is down. Let's check this out. Hello. Yes, throw rocks at each other. Not at me. Oh, a temporal gear. So I've already set a spawn point for around here, so I don't really need to set another temporal gear spawn. So I'm not going to bother, but it's nice to find. So we're at floor, let's say, -1, and there is a hole that goes down, but the stairway collapses, so I can't really go any further down. So let's start exploring this level. And my sanity has been going up. So we've got engineering here, which is open. So let's fully map out what's on this level before going into any individual room. So we have engineering. We have the nobles' quarters. We've got the toilet. And over here should be back to the stairs, to the commons, I mean, and then the stairs. Yep, so this is the stairs back up. So the stairs are to the north of the cylindrical archive. So if we need to go out quickly, we can run to the north. Hear something from the center? Yes. Yes, indeed. So, just a point of reference. I've done the full archives before, but I'm not going to be spoiling it as I go through so that you can enjoy it as it is likely to be enjoyed. Alright, so we have this door here blocked up. Can't get through. It's also worth noting you can't do anything to the blocks in the archive. I cannot build or destroy here. It is claimed by a higher power. It's not possible to get through any of this. So there is a bunch of extinguished torches, 19 of them if I wanted. Some dry grass and some sticks. I might as well take. I can always dump them if I don't want. There's a boiler here, which is empty. Alright, there's nothing in that one. It's not opening. And then there is this giant, like, contraption in the middle with some sort of liquid and pipes and gears and the like. Alright. So it seems to me, I won't play too dumb, that we'll get the boiler up and running. There's black coal in the age crates, and obviously piles of black coal here. And you can't dig it, but interestingly enough, you can look at it and right-click to harvest. So, while you can't really interact with much of the archive here, there are some exceptions. Alright, black coal is lit. And that got some of this facility, like, active, for lack of a better term. So things are going on now, and I can actually see stuff happening. There's some lights, which will help. A bunch of rusty gears, which is awesome. A Jonas part for parallel transfer vessel. Zinc, iron, and bismuth bronze plaques. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm going to be very choosy about what I take because I have very limited amount of room on my person and in the chests and everything, so I'm going to be picky because it's very easy to completely fill up all your storages. Alright, so that part's done. And I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to eat some meat pies. One will do. Perfect. Alright, where to go to next, I'm going to leave up to you. So, we had the commons on this floor. Hold on, let me look up. Actually, I'll just run the circuit around, so I'm not just, like, using the wiki. So, for the next area we explore, we could do the nobles' quarters. So there was nobles and the commons. Soulblader, thank you for the resub. There's really nothing in the garderobe, the toilet. I don't need to go in there. I've already been in there. And then I can also add, we'll recheck upstairs to see if activating the boiler gives us access to anything new. So the library's still closed. The guard room we've already been through. The exit, I don't think we need to explore. That's how we got in here. But the door over here is open now. So then there's the bell workshop. So, where to go next? That's not where the pole should be. Yoink! And I'll put that up for 1 minute. Have you guys vote. And again, no spoilers. I'm happy to go anywhere and everywhere. And Radlocker, thank you for the bits. So as you can see, I'm on like level 0. There's level -1. There's level -2, or whatever you want to call it. And these are the rooms that we know about so far. If I put my lantern away, we can traverse the inner area of the archive pretty well, but it gets pretty dark if I don't have it out. And it looks like we're going to go Bell Workshop. Got it. Alright. I don't need to leave that up any longer. So let's search the Bell Workshop. I will also warn, there is like a tiny spoiler, but your ears are going to get destroyed pretty soon. So it's a spoiler, but like worth spoiling that maybe lower the volume. I can try to lower the volume on my end, but like there's only so much I can do. It is, and maybe to experience it properly, you do want to get your ears destroyed. I don't know. I'm not you. And just a reminder to everybody, one of the main reasons I'm here, besides doing the archive itself, is to try to obtain as many rusty gears as possible. That's important to not lose sight of, because the rusty gears are going to allow me to purchase an elk. So I'm here for economic reasons. With a name like Bell Workshop, it's not that much of a spoiler? I don't know. I mean, I think it's still a spoiler. This is a bell! The bells are very loud. You want me to hydrate now? That's evil. Surprised it died that easy, to be honest. So the bells are like alarm mobs, and they will signal in enemies to attack you, but for whatever reason, I was not really attacked. I was attacked by like one locust, so that was like the weakest bell ever. I kind of lucked out, I guess. Another temple gear. Cool. Iron plates. I don't think I'm taking those. I don't really need iron plates all that bad. I mean, they're nice, but they're... I don't know if I would do anything with them. Flint and coils of rope. I already have coils of rope back at the base, so I guess I'll take those. I don't know, maybe I'll take the iron plates. And see if they fit on the boat or something. Another temple gear. And unfortunately, temple gears do not stack, not naturally. The seeds that are here, I don't need to worry about. Some more sticks, I guess. I have a lot of stuff that I could willingly throw away. Another coil of rope. Yeah, only one little locust spawn. It's weird. It's real weird. Anyone that has done this before knows normally you get kind of swarmed. So the fact that I wasn't swarmed is unusual. Another temple gear, and 31 extinguished torches now, which is like a silly amount of extinguished torches to have found. pretty much everything in this workshop that is like broken on the ground, like can't be used. I can't do anything with. Can't be taken, can't be destroyed. It's there for looks. So this is quite clearly a blown out like boiler or something. And we have a workshop full of like bell parts and lenses. So they were making those bells here, one might assume. I can't get through there. And this is like our research room. So it is very oddly shaped. Like bells and weird stairs. I don't really understand their architecture style. Their architecture style seems to be like, I don't know, Escher-esque. But there you have it. It's hard to climb around in here because there's so much debris everywhere. Another Jonas part. Interesting that it stacks with the original. And we have a merchant amulet. I'll wear it, sure, and 2 candles. So I'm gonna ditch the sandstone that I had for candles. I don't really need to be holding on to sandstone. In here, another Jonas part. And at this point, I'm gonna start ditching things that like I don't need. So like sticks, hay, torches. So I can pick up the parts. A scroll. Discovered lore and inconvenience. Apologies, Florian. We've been dealing with a shortage of supplies regarding the generator. I mentioned already that broken pump. We've also found an issue with one of the gears just this morning. Naturally, I've repaired the gear already and need only to reinsert it now. But there might be some delay before we can requisition a new pump. I shall ask Wade and his team if I can repurpose one of his devices from the mines, but I suspect he will be loath to part with it. In the meantime, I fear that there will be some disruption to the mechanisms running these archives. I know the scribes find it unpleasant, but you have to enter the library through the maintenance room for now. Don't worry, he won't bother you. Ibrahim. And here is the large gear that was repaired. Cool. So this is the bell workshop. And I am going to make my way back out of here so I can open up some inventory space because I am completely full now. On my way out, what I can do is bring this gear to engineering because Ibrahim repaired the gear for engineering, so at least I know where it goes. My sanity is back up to 68%, so I'm not going to have like a sanity break, which is good. Oh wait, where am I going? Library. Engineering is over this way. And then I want to break for the exit so I can just put some stuff away. Because I am completely encumbered. And pretty hungry. Actually, let's go for the exit now. It is nighttime outside. Keep that in consideration. As long as the rifts around us don't spawn stuff directly on our heads, we should be fine. So, I have rift activity medium, but that doesn't necessarily mean there will be a rift, like, right out here. We're very good at climbing ladders with a sword and a lantern in our hands. It's probably our greatest skill as a seraph. Very windy out. All right. Here is the box of stuff. Is there anything stackable? Yeah, these coil ropes are stackable. And as you can see, most of the stuff that I went in with is like, I'm like out of space, right? So at some point I'm going to need to make a run back to the boat, bringing some of my stuff from the archive over to the boat. Alright, ate a little pie. And I'm not going to make the boat right now. I'll make it soon. Now, luckily, our body temperature, once we're in this archive, doesn't, like, plummet. It's pretty cold. But as we get deeper underground, it warms up. So it was, like, negative 20 Celsius or something up on the surface. As you can see, it's warming up as we descend. Negative 9. And at negative 9, I'm not going to become hypothermic. Negative 8. Yeah, we're at about negative 8 here. So it's, like, 10 or degrees or so warmer here than it is, on the surface, which is really handy. So here's the guard room again. We're gonna go down a floor. Into the engineering. Let's grab that gear. So here, as you can see, where the large temporal gears will go, in the top of the junction points, and this one's missing one. There we go. So the gear has a pump on top. That's what that spinning thing is. But this one does not have a pump on top. So this is missing a pump head, which we were informed is in the mines. Additionally, let's take a quick jaunt around to see if anything has opened up to us as a result of adding the gear. So the library is still shut. We've already gone through the Bell Workshop. Over here on the south side, we have the exit. And then the guard room. So there's really nothing on the top floor of the archive for us to explore. We've done it all. Which means we are left with two options, commons or noble quarters, to explore next. As that would be on this floor, because there was nothing else on floor -1 to search. Because we've gone through engineering, we've done the garter room, the toilet, that is. There was nothing there. So we've got the commons rooms here. Oh, and some friendlies. And the nobles' quarters. Oh my lord, what a loot. He had 2 gears, 1 temporal, 1 not, and flax. It's like the wealthiest drifter I've ever seen in my life. Fabian, thank you for the resub. So the garderobe doesn't have anything in it. Smells like crap in here. And ooh, I don't like that. And it looks like you guys are roughly tied, but I'm closest to the nobles' quarters, so we'll search that first. Here's the nobles' quarters. Very fancy. Lots of ruined books. And I'll search it, like, clockwise, I guess. Thatch and metal scraps. I guess I'll pick up the metal scraps because I already have a stack of it going on. Butterfly pins and brooches and the like I might leave behind. I don't really need it. I don't need brown coal, limonite. So limonite is just a different type of iron. You have hematite, limonite, and what's the third one that they have? But yeah. We're done there. Magnetite, thank you. Oh, wow. Lots of little pieces of gold here. Like as if they were currency or something. I'm not going to bother making room for that, though. We got some quartz chunks and a copper spear. Some glasses, which oddly add warmth. So if we wanted to wear them, they'd be offering us a tiny bit of warmth. Sure, I don't know what kind of glasses those are. It sounds weird, but I'll take all the warmth I can get. We got minstrel boots in terrible condition and art. Unfortunately, I don't think... Well, I'll try to collect art. Alright, so this room I think is cleared. The books on the bookshelves and the like, they're ruined. They really can't be used. Every now and then you will find real books that you can grab, but they look in better condition. So they'll be noticeably... They'll look a lot better and it'll make... It's pretty obvious that you can loot them. Because they're shiny. Messenger shirt. Max warmth 2. Which mine is just as warm and not ruined. Temptress velvet shoes. Interesting. Don't need it. And then a mask. So the mask is in terrible condition, but I look really weird with a mask on, so I'm gonna go with the glasses. In here, we have an elk medallion. Ooh, nice. Place on the brow of a tamed elk to claim ownership. You can only claim one elk at a time. So this is the Night Sky Elk Medallion. And more boots that are ruined. You know, I'll take a silver ingot. Yeah, I mean, if I need to make room, I'll make room. But silver ingot's kind of unusual to find. And here is a crown. What slot does that go in? Yeah, so this is... Wait, oh, because I have the robe on. I want to see my crown! What's going... Oh, it's... there. I'm gonna leave it. Because I'm not a treasure hunter. I'm a knowledge hunter. Sorry, crown. It's the crown on the ground. I think that's about it for this room. The reason why I'm not putting stuff back in the boxes is you can't. Once you take it out, like, you're stuck with it. Alright, let's go into this room. We got 2 gold ingots. My goodness. Okay. I guess I will be taking those. Gonna make a whole dang gold plate out of this. Heavily worn shirt. It's a pretty shirt, though. But, yeah, I'm not in the business of repairing clothing. And, that's about it in here. What item where am I going to say gear for the trader? It will be obvious later. I'll mention it once I get there. So as to avoid spoilers. This place looks pretty weird. It also looks like there's like some sort of time problem. Like the 3 sections are like identical. Like space and time got broken in this room. And more corrupted or something. At least that's my weird interpretation. But this is about as far as I can go, because the room kind of falls apart. So I think that is the entire Noble's Quarters searched. Yep, because we went clockwise. Alright. Common Quarters next. So engineering's on our left here. That's to the north. And I have an okay amount of room left. I don't really need to make return trip, but the next return trip I make is going to be to empty out like everything and back into the boat. So it's going to be a lengthier trip. Probably best done during daybreak, so I can actually see what I'm doing. I don't want to have my back turned to the void, so that if they do hit me, I don't get, like, knocked dead. Oh, they just team killed. Right, so I'm making sure that knockback doesn't get me here. Right, because I wouldn't be able to fall to my death there. So this quarter was a little bit more guarded than previous ones. But it's also illuminated enough that I can switch to the shield and tank. Nice. Let's see. I'm going to put my temple gear here just so that it doesn't keep misstacking loot. So we have a scroll to loot here. I guess I'll pick the scroll up. Read that once I'm done with these guys. Tired of all this damn shoveling. Every morning, Eustace, the boiler needs more coal. And every night, Eustace, the gasifier needs more coal. I suppose I should be grateful to still be alive at this point. But honestly, couldn't they make some sort of little metal man to shovel the coal? And leave me in peace? I'll make sure both stay lit, of course. Make sure all the little men are keeping up with their work and all. Yes, I quite like the sound of that. Foreman Eustace, keeping everything running. Now that's got some weight to it. Well, I did the shoveling for him today. I don't really need the black ceramic mug, jug, whatever it is. And we'll do clockwise again. Cheers. So you got an old copper cleaver. I haven't interacted with... Ooh, salt. I haven't acted with cleavers yet, but cleavers allow you to, like, kill animals with one swing once they're, like, sufficiently tamed. Alright, I can't get through there. There we go. And this room is clear. I don't need a cooking pot. But things like this cooking pot could be taken. You know? I just don't need one, so I'm throwing it back. Lead. Metal scraps. That's a lot of metal scraps and lead ingots. You know, lead in such close proximity to their kitchen concerns me a little bit, but whatever. I guess they like their sweet wine. Well, something bad happened to you. This looks more like a torture chamber than a kitchen now. We have an orange book to read. And another Jonas subassembly. In terms of importance, I would say the Jonas subassemblies are some of the most important things to loot from here, because they're the hardest to obtain under normal circumstances. So what does this book say? The Diet of Kings. Master Jonas Fawkes, please come forth. Lords and ladies rose when he entered the room. Even the kings gave him small gestures of welcome. He walked to the center of the court, and his attendants behind him bearing a great collection of drafts. My lord, I'm sure you are now aware of it, we face a nightmarish threat. The disease or plague, as it has been called, is not overly complex, neither is it beyond our vision. It is, quite simply, desolation made manifest. Here, his attendant began laying out a number of medical diagrams upon the floor. Master Fawkes issued one parchment to the next, gesturing as he went. It rots the body in its entirety. It begins internally with numbness and darkened skin, proceeds further into the ligaments. The victim may lose control of their entire limbs. Eventually, the flesh sloughs off in small heaps. By this time, the victim has likely entered a cataleptic state. This may as well be a blessing for them. The rot will have overtaken their eyes and ears now, depriving them of their senses. Arriving in the last parchment, he paused, gazed upon it. Many of the gathered assembly also leaned forward to see the images more clearly. The scribe's desk, from the scribe's desk, it appeared only to be a drooping mass of charcoal smearings. This is all that remains of the poor souls. In its final stages, the rot consumes the mind and body whole, leaving nothing left of distinction. Here, His Majesty, the King of Unland, interjected. Is there truly no method of treating this malady? What preventions are available to us? No preventions, Your Grace. Save total isolation from the populace. Even such a drastic method as that will only last until the food supply is infected. As for treatments, I have found none. Perhaps some of my betters from the academy may have made progress, but judging by their silence, I think not. He paused again here and cleared his throat. It is a certain death. However, I stand here now to offer you a better fate. Sounds like a fun time. Real party. This plague. Cooking pots. Firewood. Aged firewood. Yeah, no kidding. Can I even... Oh, I could. Nothing like baking in a, I don't know how old oven. I guess if you're hypothermic, that's like probably a godsend. And then we have some common quarters. So, some beds. Not much loot in this one. Oh, nasty. This is the Tier 3 saw blade locust. And they hit like a truck. So I got an intricately wound spring from it. Nothing else in this room. Oh, hi, Goku. Thank you for the resub. Might be time for me to take a little snack. Let's go with protein. Yeah, the fact that it was like lurking behind the door like it was a face hugger. That was the nasty part. Trousers and bracers. Oh. I'm going to go with the leather bracers over the copper bracelet. Leather bracers seems to be more my style. Another temple gear. A fortune teller hip scarf. That is here. And that offers a little bit of insulation. Barely any at all. But still, layering up. So that's this section of the common quarters fully explored. Oh, no, not fully. There's 2 more rooms. And then I can't jump over there. Oh, we got some bones. Snow goggles. You know what? I'm going to wear those instead. Hey, bud. Brown cloth and rush matting. Interesting. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 20th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.